time for some dessert. What about you? Well, we're going to go to our favorite baker, Jimmy the Baker, talk about food awards, Customer Choice Food Awards. I don't know how many he has won. He's bringing us 12 of the 4-ounce cookies, the big cookies in your choice of flavors. Chocolate chip, the original chocolate chip, get all 12. Moist, delicious, dunkable, they're not gonna fall apart. Cranberry coconut, where you get that unexpected kind of tartness of the cranberries, the sweetness of the coconut that only Jimmy the Baker can do. Or you can do the butter almond rainbow cookie, which I know my children would be totally going for. If you can't decide, you can do 4 of each in our combo. We do not have these on auto delivery. They have been sold out since the May debut, and we have fewer than 100 to go around in each flavor. We don't have enough of these to be able to have a presentation on QVC right now, so I'm glad you're watching QVC 2. We just have not as many people who get QVC 2, so I'm happy that you're shopping with us on our nonstop holiday shopping weekend. It would not be a holiday party without Jimmy the Baker. Jimmy Tanico, welcome to the show. How many Customer Choice Food Awards have you won? Do you know the total count?
I don't,
I mean, it's got to
really
be
bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
I usually win. What I really am proud of is that I'm nominated usually for 6 or 7 categories, and that's really it for me.
And that's huge.
I stop after that, but I think we won 2 awards this year: Stock Up and Save and Best Cake. So,
all right.
And
well, you're our baker.
I was waiting for like 12 minutes to go on, and so
you had to eat a little bit. It's actually bigger than that. But Jimmy had to start eating. I understand.
Here's what a whole cookie looks like.
Wow.
And here's what one that's the
They're like as big as your head.
and there's a very good reason for that. Oh, and by the way, usually I Skype in from the bakery, but this weekend, we're prepping for the November 4th ship date. So they had to stick me in a supply room where there's no noise because everybody's here today. We're baking.
Oh, that's
we're
so
shipping.
great.
So yeah, so it was a really big November 4th ship date.
Okay.
But anyway, so we're here for cookies, and you mentioned something that these cookies are large, and there's a reason for that because when you bake big, you bake moister. That's number one. Now, I'm not recommending that anybody sit and eat a whole. Now, we say they're 4-ounce cookies, but I'm holding these cookies, and they're heavy. They're probably closer to 5 ounces, but officially we say a 1/4 pound for each cookie. We bake big also because you get a totally different texture when you bake bigger. You get thicker, you get chewier, but you also get the crispy edges on the cookies. And we tried 6-ounce cookies, we tried 2-ounce, we tried everything else in between. It's the texture that I like, and I like because it reminds me of what I had when I was a kid, long time ago. So big cookies, chocolate chip. We use when I say real chocolate chips, it's not something to be taken for granted today because there's a chocolate shortage virtually. So getting real chips was kind of difficult. So we use a semi-sweet chip. This is brown. If you like a brown sugar chocolate chip cookie, this is the one for you because it's mostly brown sugar. As you know, if you ever made Toll House cookies, it's half brown, half white sugar, but we like to up the brown sugar a little bit to give it that kind of butterscotchy notes. So 4+ ounces comes to you individually wrapped. When you get them home, stick them in your freezer or put them in your refrigerator.
Okay.
I like to eat my cookies chilled. I don't know about you, but do you remember?
I like to make them hot. Put them in the microwave for a little bit, like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And then that chocolate melts. Yummy.
Do you ever put your candy bars in the freezer?
Yes, that is delicious. Okay, so maybe I need to try the cookies too.
Yes. To me, I'm not a hot cookie fan. I'm very unusual, but so I eat my cookies chilled. Okay. Because I think your mouth is warm, 98 degrees, it melts in your mouth, kind of a different feeling altogether.
Okay, I'll try it.
Next up is this is very interesting. You would think, so you even said it, my kids would really go wild for this. Well, how do you know?
The color, I think.
Well, we sell these locally in New York, okay? And we sell them in some of the airports. And it's funny because we sold them for years. And I recently had a meeting with my customer who sells them. And I said, I'm really shocked. I never thought there'd be that many kids going through the airport. And he said, why would you say that? I said, because Rainbow is outselling chocolate chip. It's like the #1 seller. He said, there's no kids buying Rainbow. it's all adults.
That's so
So
funny.
while it does, it's so, but what makes this cookie really is the butter and the almond. It's an
Mm.
almond oil in there. So if you are someone who celebrates Christmas and there was a particular Christmas cookie
Oh,
when we were growing up. You remember the gun? Did your parents have the cookie gun? And
oh
there was a
yes,
recipe.
yes.
Yeah, so
That you
there was
go,
a, there was a
yeah.
yes, yes. So, so there's a recipe in there that I grew up on. That we made them more or less all year round. My mother would make them for our birthdays and stuff like that. Then she would color the cookie green during Christmas, and of course they tasted better because they were green. But the sprinkles, what I like about the sprinkles is they complement the butter, they complement the almond. Yes, this is a sweeter cookie, but I think besides the cranberry, the next one up, which is cranberry oat coconut. This is neck and neck with chocolate chip. So I don't think there's a lot of little kids watching us right now ordering sprinkle cookies. There's some real big kids ordering, I would tell
Right,
you that much.
exactly. Well, and I will tell you, if you can't decide and you want the combo, which is the way I always go, it's last call, where you get 4 of each. And you're really
I
not going to be able to decide when you hear about the cranberry coconut. Let's talk about this one.
So the cranberry oat coconut, cranberries. So take an oatmeal cookie, pull out the raisins, put in craisins, and add coconut.
Mm.
Now, unlike our oatmeal spice cookie, there's really no spice in this. This is kind of cranberry, oatmeal, and coconut meets a nice bourbon vanilla.
Oof.
So this is I will tell you, if there is a cookie that we sell no combo, straight the oatmeal coconut cookie is the one that leads in terms of all 12 or all 18, whatever we're offering.
Yes.
People who love this cookie only buy this cookie.
Well,
They
I'll
don't
tell
buy
you
the
what.
combinations.
It's the same today. That is our most limited. We only have about 5 dozen remaining in the cranberry coconut. So if you want all 4, if you're a purist, and you want all 12, excuse me, of the 4 ounces, now would be the time to place your order. These will be so great to have on hand during the holidays. They would make great little big stocking stuffers. They are 4 ounces, quarter pound each. And we don't always have these. They have been sold out since their debut, which was in May. We just got more back in. We do not have them on auto delivery, so I highly recommend getting them now. $9.60 on an easy payment plan. And again, no auto delivery. So feel free to put them in the freezer. Now, if we left them out ambient, how long? Oh, the combo just sold out. How long will that last if we just have them
I'm going to
packaged?
say, they'll last 5, 6, 7 days. I mean, frankly, I've had them on my counter for weeks
Right.
and no one really said, it's bad.
Right.
So, because cookies will generally last, but in terms of if I want you to eat my cookie, the best eating quality is going to be at ambient temperature, within 3 to 5 days is what I like. Again, it's not going to go stale or hard.
Right.
It's just, I think, like any other cookie.
Or put them in the
That's why
freezer like Jimmy likes to do.
for me, see, the refrigerator is
Oh.
a good middle ground, and I will tell you why. Because you could eat them right out of the fridge, number one. Number two is if you want to thaw them, they'll thaw in if you want to get them to room temperature from the refrigerator, 10, 15 minutes. If you're like yourself and you want to go to the microwave, right from the fridge into the microwave. And by the way, with the chocolate chip, with any cookie that you're going to put in the microwave, 5 seconds, 10 seconds max. You'll get those chips to get all gooey. You'll get the brown sugar notes coming out. The brown sugar will caramelize. It's not like the cinnamon roll where you need 20, 30 seconds. But if you heat up that chocolate chip. Now, I have heard from the cranberry oat coconut fans that they like to nuke those cookies too. And I would say that would be kind of a cool, probably the coconut notes would come out really, then the bourbon vanilla that meets with it. So if you're a cranberry oat coconut fan, I've been hearing from them more and more. Some who have never heard of eating a chilled cookie are eating them chilled. So I think I started like some kind of movement or something.
You
like
totally
that, so.
did, as you always do. Well, they're getting very limited. Let's get them to you now. M97482 is your item number. Combo just sold out. Thank you so much, Jimmy. All right, those are amazing to dunk in milk.